It's me, Renee. I'm back. So today, sorry, I'm going to give you my 2020. My God, 2020 reading goals. And it's reading goals, and I'll be talking a bit about my channel, but I won't really do that much different with my channel. So this will mostly be my reading goals. So I've been thinking a lot. Well, a lot. I've been thinking about 2020 and what to do for it. And I've come up with some ideas. And then, yeah, in no particular order, I'm going to give them to you. First up, I want to read more nonfiction. I've read more nonfiction these last few years, and I want to keep on doing that. I have some biographies I want to get to. I do also want to get to non-biographies, so like essay books and stuff, and like popular science books. So I suppose if you have any recommendations on that, just tell me in the comments, please. And then I want to read Sherlock Holmes. I read, I think just 2 or 3 of them. And I think there's like 20 in total. Well, there's more than I've read, at least. I haven't read them all. Pretty sure I haven't read them all. Anyway, yeah. So I want to read some Sherlock Holmes stories. I don't own them, but they're easily to get at the library. So no biggie there. Thirdly, I want to read the Rick Riordan Presents books. Well, it's an ongoing thing, but I want to read more of them. So far, I only read the Aru Shah series. I read the first and second, the 2 outs. How could I read the third? Well, I could if I was like buddy with Roshani Chokshi, which I'm not. But yeah, so I want to read Tristan Strong. I want to read the other books. But though, as I said before, and as it's still legit, I prefer paperbacks or hardcovers. So unless I find the paperbacks, find the hardcovers in the library, because just borrowing a book and reading hardcovers is no issue, but owning it's more like hardcovers. So I might I'll focus on the Rick Riordan Presents books that I can get in paperback, and the others I'll try to get from the library. So who knows? I looked up some. I know some of them are out or are coming out in paperbacks, but I don't think all of them are so far. I think a lot of them just came out like in hardcover in the fall, so it usually takes some time for paperbacks. But yeah, I want to try. Then my next goal is actually I want to read more in Spanish. Actually, one moment. As usual, what? I actually own the whole of Hextall trilogy in Spanish, and I own Vampire Academy and Shadow Kiss in Spanish. I bought these while I was living in Chile, so 10 years ago. I started with this one, maybe 8 years ago, I'm not sure. And then I stopped because it wasn't like the language was hard, it was more like the colloquialism. Like, I knew most of the words, but there was like some slang in there that I didn't understand, because I'm not a native speaker, though I know a lot of Spanish. I do want to get to one of these again, and don't give up this time. And then I actually also have Percy Jackson in Spanish, so I have a few options there. So yeah, and as I said, I actually wanted to read some Spanish books in this fall. Didn't happen, so now I want to try to get to it in next year, this following year. Cross my fingers, I'll get to it. Crossing all my fingers and toes. And then next question. Next question. It's a question. It's a goal. The next prompt. Well, it's not prompt, but yeah. The next goal for me is to reread some stuff. I have some stuff I want to reread. Like, I kind of feeling like doing a Vampire Academy reread, the whole series. I read the first book last year, but then just never read the rest of the series. So I want to do that. And I also want to reread some books and then finish some series. So in that context, I want to reread some stuff. And other than that, just general, if I find something stuff, I'll reread. I might reread stuff. Yeah, I also want to reread the Shamer's Daughter series. The first movie came out a few years ago. I think I planned to reread the series then. Never happened. Now there's a second movie coming out. Has come out. Haven't seen it. Really want to. So yeah. So I want to reread that. Yeah. After a while, you'll see like my goals. They're not like small. They're not like, yeah. You can quite easily call them ambitions. But like, this is for my 2020 year. It's for the whole year, and I have a lot of time to read. So why not set big goals? If I fail, I fail. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm gonna move on now. Yeah, and next, I want to read more books from my TBR pile. Kind of obvious, but yeah. My TBR books are growing, as most booktubers, as most book lovers usually are. My TBR shelf is that one. So that's that's 2 rows of books. But there's also some books up there. These are the newest ones, and that's a bit of older ones. So yeah, and I also have some unread books here. So yeah, behind the mattress. So yeah, it's not like I have a problem getting some books, reading books I own myself I haven't read, because I have tons of tons of them. And then, sorry, and then I want to read Colin Dexter. Colin Dexter is the author behind the Morse books, which, Inspector Morse, the British TV series. I love the TV series, and I never read the books. I have one of the books up here. I'm too tired to listen to get it, but I have one of the books. I want to get that one. And then, well, okay, yeah. I'll just do another short one, and then in addition to that one, I want to read more ARCs. I'm actually getting some ARCs now because I work in a bookstore. Sorry, I feel like I'm saying that all the time. Okay, because I suppose you might ask, well, you got 20 followers, how would you get ARCs? Well, I get ARCs from my job, from my work, and you can pick and choose which ones you like, and yeah, sometimes there's some interesting ARCs. So yeah, so there's 2 at least I'm really eager to get to actually Norwegian fantasy. That's not really something you see often, so that's fun. So yeah, that's like the basic goals for next year. Though recently I've had another idea to be like a more creative idea. Well, creative in a way, it's not downright creative. It's people have done this before, but I haven't done this before. Okay, so I'm decided I'm gonna do a minimum of 1 queer book every month. I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, sorry, my head was just in gutter. Yeah, I'm gonna read 1 queer book every month, and then in June I'm gonna read only queer books because Pride Month. And then in February I decided, I'm toying with that idea, but I'm now thinking, yeah, I'm decided because saying it in this video. I decided that in February I'm gonna do a romance only read. So it can be LGBTQ+, could be history, anything, just as long as the main thing is romance. It could be like a romance mystery and other stuff. But the romance is a big thing in it. So yeah, because of Valentine's Day. And then in April, I want to do only funny books. Again, it could be like Hitchhiker's Guide, which is science fiction and funny. But just as long as if someone asks you, what are you reading, and you're saying blank title, and I think, oh yeah, that's a very funny book. Or like when you think of funny books, you think of these books. Then there are books that I'll read in April. So yeah, and that's my plan for next year, really. Reading wise, with like the amount of reading, I haven't really gotten decided on a number. I've been toying between going with 52 because like 1 each week. Because even though I managed this year, 2019, it was a bit of a hassle now and then. It was sometimes when I didn't read that much as I wanted to. But at the same time, I read a lot. So 52 books, I think, is maybe too little. And also, actually, I kind of read more than 2019 books because there were some books that were Norwegian that I didn't find any book to Goodreads, so I couldn't add them. I suppose I could add them manually, but I was just too lazy. But yeah, other than that, yeah. So I went actually a bit over 2019. So toying between 52 books, I think that might be too easy. Or I might do 100 books, because 100 books a year, that's not really an issue for me at all. That's like, that's no problem. I read like 50 books in the spring and 50 books in the fall. That's no issue. So I might do that. I'm not completely sure which number I'll end with. So, but I think it was one of those. Or I might just do one and then just like do like Errol Besettin, and then like it's just a way of seeing how many books I read, but it's not like a huge goal. I don't have to read something. I'll just read whatever I read. I might do that. But yeah. So that's that. My reading goals. My book channel goals are to they're to I had no idea. They are to keep doing office spotlights. I have more in mind, obviously. I have more original tags in mind. I have more tags that I want to do that I haven't done yet. Many more. I just started. There's lots of fun tags up there. And then blah blah. Yeah, I haven't done a bookshelf tour, which I was thinking I might do it in December, like in Christmas time. It didn't happen. So might do that in January, like New Year. I'll show you the books I have thing. But I want to do that anyway. And yeah, that's about it. It's really. What are your goals for next year? Do you have any book tips for me regarding the goals I talked about? And yeah. Oh my god, 2020. Soon, another decade. This is me saying Renee out.